name is Marvin Haynes. At 15, 16, I was just having fun. I live with my mother and my sisters. I live in North Minneapolis, just super outgoing, super funny. A lot of people just wanted to be around me. I was just so in tune with just my own happiness. When I got arrested, I was dumbfounded. I was kind of shocked. I was overwhelmed, but I was calm as well. I was kind of they got the wrong person and I'm gonna figure it out. It was just that clear in my head. It was kind of yeah, you're gonna figure this out. No need to worry, no need to panic.
Hey, you know what, Marvin? I know you didn't mean for it to happen.
Man, I ain't getting that, man. What the fuck you
Marvin?
Man, y'all trying to say, man.
Marvin, sit down.
I don't want to talk about it no more, man. Y'all trying to do something, though. I ain't even dead.
We're trying to get it straightened out. We know.
I'm telling y'all, man, I ain't did nothing, dude.
We know it was an accident, Marvin.
When I got found guilty, honestly, I screamed at them. I couldn't believe it. I was just saying you guys are gonna burn in hell. I was really shocked that they could even come to a verdict like that. I was just I didn't have nobody. People used to come talk to me that I didn't even know and tell me things keep going, keep fighting. I guess they could see it on your face. I started going to the law library and learning about wrongful convictions, and then I found other people that was actually wrongly convicted, which inspired me. It was hurtful, but it was something that you just gotta do. And I knew that for me to get out of there, I had to do it.
My name is Andrew Marquardt. When I took Marvin's case, I was working at the Great North Innocence Project, representing individuals claiming to have been wrongfully convicted of crimes. By the time I became aware of his case, he had already been in prison around 18 years.
Everybody thought I'd never get out. I had a life sentence, so I the only one believed in myself at that point.
So there were a number of issues in the investigation and prosecution of Marvin Haynes that led to a wrongful conviction. Number one, and most relevant for our purposes, was some really deeply flawed eyewitness identification. Primary eyewitness, the first of which she made a positive identification with 75 to 80% accuracy of someone else, not Marvin Haynes, someone else. What that tells us is you don't know who the perpetrator is. You don't have a good memory. And so we're gonna have to solve this case some other way. But that wasn't how it was done. Instead, they kept giving her additional chances. Eventually, they got a tip leading them to Marvin Haynes. They showed her another photo lineup that did include him. Now, they had a bit of a problem though, which was that Marvin didn't actually match her description of the perpetrator in some really obvious ways. He was shorter, he weighed substantially less than what she described seeing, he was younger by several years, and perhaps most strikingly, he had a totally different hairstyle. She described someone with short cropped hair. He had a very full afro at the time, nowhere close. And the mistakes continued from there.
This too shall pass. On my life, I got it tattooed on me. That's all I used to tell myself. This too shall pass. I literally got it tattooed because I used to read that and be like, this gonna pass. It hurts right now, but it's gonna be a time where, it's gonna pass. All right, so that's something that I live by.
Just didn't go as they planned, and unfortunately, you're in kind of a bad situation right now.
This flower store, it's called Jerry's Flower Shop. There was a robbery. Man got killed.
Mom, can I talk to my mom, man?
Your mom's out of home. You're a man, you gotta take responsibility.
Man, I ain't getting that, man.
This experience has really shaped me in so many ways. As a lawyer and as a person, to see just the ways in which the system can go so badly awry and cause so much harm, but also the ways that our system provides the tools to correct for those errors.
I was blessed to get administration to really look into my case, really look into the facts, and really look into truth.
The Hennepin County Attorney's Office has agreed to vacate your conviction. For real, man. For real. It's gonna happen.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just thankful for y'all to come in my life and help me and see what happens, you know, and just, like, y'all, I'm just so grateful, like, for real.
Almost 20 years ago, a terrible injustice occurred when the state prosecuted Marvin Haynes. We inflicted harm on Mr. Haynes and his family, and on Harry Shearer, the victim, his family, and the community. We cannot undo the trauma experienced by those impacted by this prosecution. But today we have taken a step towards righting this wrong. This morning, Judge William Cook signed an agreement made by the Hennepin County Attorney's Office and the defense to set aside Mr. Haynes' wrongful conviction. Mr. Haynes walked out of prison this morning a free man.
Almost fainted when I couldn't even believe. I can just really feel the feelings of that moment when them calling me and telling me like, Andrew, like, man, we calling you to tell you, you know what I'm saying, like, you're gonna be released. We got you exonerated. You exonerated. You know, you exonerated man.
Walking out of Stillwater prison with Marvin was one of the most incredible experiences of my life.
Fair trials are the bedrock of the criminal legal system. Without them, proper convictions may be overturned, innocent people can be convicted, and people who actually commit crimes remain free to harm others in the community. That's why I'm proud today to announce the creation of the Hennepin County Attorney's Office First Conviction Integrity Unit. I'm excited to share that Andrew Marquardt, who is the managing attorney at the Great North Innocence Project, will head this new unit.
But we also want to not just be backward looking, but also be forward looking, and to learn from past mistakes and find ways to improve our system going forward and to prevent future injustices.
The Hennepin County Attorney's Office, we have adopted a new policy on eyewitness identification evidence, and it has a few key components. One, that if we are building cases that are built around an eyewitness identification, those are really solid identifications with high indicators of reliability. Second, when we're at trial, we want to be really thoughtful, taking into account social science research, make sure that if we aren't able to use evidence that comes out of a police investigation, that we're communicating that back to our law enforcement partners. And then lastly is to be thoughtful about the way in which eyewitness identification expert testimony might be used at trial. And we're hoping that it can be a model for other prosecutors' offices.
It's a lot of people that I want to thank for supporting me. Andrew, the whole team, Mary.
We do have an adversarial legal system, but prosecutors really play a different role. They're described as ministers of justice, not just trying to win, but to really promote justice. We want to make sure that if we're going to be putting someone in prison, that that's really based on a legal and factual foundation. The flip side of that too is convicting the wrong person means that the actual perpetrator is still out there. So we want to make sure we get this right for that reason too.
I wanted to just thank Mary for the job that she been doing. But with that much power that she got, it's amazing that she can be for both sides as far as holding people accountable and then helping other people that really need the help.